Hey guys, good morning everyone. It's 6:20 right now, so the market is going to open in about 10 minutes. So let me get this room all set up and then we can get started with our session for today. All right. It's good. Good. Today is Wednesday, January 26th. Getting near the end of the month, guys. This month flew by pretty quickly. So we'll see. We'll see how the market starts moving as we get into February, which should be moving a bit smoother. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here on the premium so that you guys can join. All right, people are making their win right now, guys. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 26th, 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. Morning, Esther. All right, cool. Looks like everything's pretty much set up for the most part. Let me go and draw my liquidity zones here on the 1 minute real quick. Price has been dropping pretty heavy right here. But there's not really that many liquidity zones because price literally just broke through all of them right now. So if you guys are watching right here, literally all of these liquidity zones to the bottom just got broken and price just dumped pretty heavily to the downside. Yeah, so the market pretty much just caught up to all these sells right here, and literally all the liquidity to the bottom side just got hit. So as you guys can see right here, all this lower liquidity. So if you're following it, I mean, you would have seen that there was a ton of liquidity to the bottom side right here. And yeah, it literally dropped right through all of them. So there's not really much liquidity left at the moment, I guess. It's kind of just, I mean, it's all used up already. It's at the bottom of this liquidity right now. See if there's anything else that was, that came over here. Let's go real quick. All right, so there's still a couple areas of liquidity right here that may not have been triggered yet, but it is getting to that point. All right, so these areas already got hit. There's just one last level of liquidity on the bottom right here. Other than that, let's see. That's it for now. All right, so market is opening soon, guys. It's 6:24 right now. I'm going to mark the zones real quick for, or not the zones, the liquidity. Yeah, basically the liquidity zones for the clean chart over here real quick. And then I think we should be good. Yeah, I think that's it for the most part. There's not really much else for us to look at over here. All right, so turn that off. All right, so everything looks solid right here. For the clean chart. Go back to the normal markup over here. Let's drop a little lower. There. Other than that, I think that's it for the most part. 3 minute over here. Sort of a solid inch right here, Maddie. A little bit of V3 variation. All right, so let's go back to the 5 minute over here. So looking at the 5 minute, I'm looking for some possible V3 variation. There might be one right here. Actually, there's a low. Not one right here, but there was two that happened right here. So there's one V3 variation that happened right here. You guys are following. This one happened pre-market, hit full TP, and then another one right here, right next to it. That happened right there and hit full TP as well. So two V3 variations that came up right there. I will be looking for these mainly today. For the most part, if you guys don't know the V3 variation, we went through it in the last mentoring session yesterday. So if you guys want to go watch it, watch the mentoring session from yesterday. We go over it in details. Mostly going to be using this for the most part because volatility is too high to be trading here on the 1 minute. We'll still be trading on the 1 minute, but a lot of our entries are going to be coming off the V3 on the 5 minute because market's just moving too fast. All right, guys, let me see who's here. Morning, S. Morning, Maria. Morning, Femi. Morning, Sisuk. Morning, Steven. Morning, Fahad. Morning, 13. Morning, everybody. Morning, Peter. Charlie said V1 at 619 was full TP. So yeah, right here. There was some pretty good pre-market moves right here. Looks like there was a V1 619. It's like it might have disappeared, but it was like right here. I did see that one too, Charlie, because I saw it as it disappeared. The the little a little low right there that got that disappeared. There's a low right there. There's a V1, or actually there's a V2. Charlie, right here in the 619. There's a V2 because we had a wick low, a low right there, and then followed by a strong green candle. I shot right up, hit full TP. So nice work off that, Charlie. I didn't catch that. It's getting too close to market open right now, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Hey, Mauricio, morning. Thanks, Nick. We got some news today. Morning, Slava. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, PC. Morning, everyone. Morning, Miles. Morning, Christopher. All right, let's check the retail sentiment right now. It's currently 58% long, so we're looking for sells, but it's not very strong. Looking over at the current fundamentals, it's currently 250 points in the green, so they don't align. These two do not align right now. The retail sentiment looks like it may be shifting back in the other direction, but no guarantee that's going to happen. Looking over here at the 1 minute, we currently have a bearish bias. Reason for that's because price is below the pivots, trend meters red. Same with this on the 3 minute. Price is below the pivots and trend meters red. Lastly, here on the 10 minute, price is swinging below the pivots. However, trend meter is green. So there's no clear bias right now. So if there's no clear bias, there's obviously not going to be a breakout. So, I mean, we'll see. There might be a breakout, but for the most part, it doesn't look like there's going to be one because there's no bias in the market. And we have a lot of news today. So we have the White House speaking at 8 a.m. Thanks, Randy, for that update. And then we have a couple other news events coming up over here as well. On the 26th, we have high impact news for Canada at 7, new home sales at 7 for US, crude oil inventories at 7:30, and then some high impact news, FOMC statement and federal funds rate at 11 o'clock. Again, at 11:30, we have the FOMC press conference. So just FYI, guys, we have a lot of news today, so it's going to be a bit risky, but we will be looking for any possible entries right here as the market opens. So I'm not sure if we're going to have, a breakout this morning that's going to be very clear, obviously, because there's no bias across the board. Okay, so the market is now open. Let's see, as price drops below here, Let's check the fundamentals real quick. Refresh this. Fundamentals are currently 273 points in the green, so it's bullish. Looking at the stock index right here, stock index is very green because of Microsoft. They had good news this over the night. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but there was good Microsoft news overnight. So it's very bullish this morning. However, this is the only stock that's really holding it up. If this wasn't here, it'd be pretty even. So with that said, we'll see what happens in the next couple minutes or so. This thing might just come crashing right back down, but who knows? There's only really one stock that's holding it up right now. It's up almost 300 points because of Microsoft. It's up 17 points right now. And you know, the shares right here are very expensive. There's $306 a share for Microsoft. So it has a very strong weight on US 30. Right here, you can see that market is 60% long because a lot of people are anticipating price to go up due to that huge push to the upside with fundamentals. However, you can see price is still dropping pretty heavily right here. So this is why you guys want to be very careful, because market can still be manipulated even though things look very obvious. So with this right here, there is no breakout at the moment. Currently right now we have a buy signal. So if we were to get a breakout, it would have to be a strong green candle after the after the signal, but there's no strong green candle here. There's a red candle here. So if this closes, this would technically be the breakout, but it's too big of a candle, so we wouldn't have taken it anyways right away. Probably have to give it some time, but there isn't a huge wick right here. So if this closes with a big wick, no entry. All right, so no entry off this right here and no sell signal. So if no strong candle and no sell signal, there's not going to be a confirmation for but you can see liquidity here probably pushing to this next line, which it did. Hit liquidity right here and it pushed right through it. However, no breakout available at the moment. As you guys can see, it's pretty obvious. So other than that, we will continue to follow along, but there's no breakout that's available here. In order for there to be a breakout, there needs to be a strong green candle, which there isn't right now. Breakout happens only until 6:35. It's about to be 6:35 soon, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a breakout here. But this liquidity just pushed right through. So nothing here off the 1 minute. All right, so technically this would be the breakout entry right here. I'm not going to take it though, obviously, you know, because the market is just too crazy right now. But this is the breakout. You can see right here we had a sell signal and it was a strong red candle. So this would technically be the breakout. If you weren't, because the fundamentals and retail sentiment don't match, so you just have to go off the technicals. That's the only confluence you have here. There's no, well, it goes with the retail sentiment, but not with the fundamentals, because fundamentals are currently 224 points in the green. However, retail sentiment is 60% long right now, or yeah. So we are looking for sells, and this would technically be the breakout. But I mean, obviously, it's not. It's one that's too risky because there's only two. There's one obvious confluence, which the entry is here on technicals. However, the retail sentiment's not very strong, and the fundamentals are opposite. So it's not one that I would take. It'd be considered risky. So I'm not in this position. Not sure if anyone else is, but if you guys were in it, you guys should have moved your stop loss and profit right at this point. One thing with the breakout, guys, is that you guys have to remember to actively manage this position, because this thing moves too fast. Last thing you want to do is be in profit, almost a full TP, and then it reverses on you. So I'm not in this position. I just drew it up for you guys. Looking over here at the 3 minute, nothing here. Looking over at the 5 minute, there's nothing here either, but this could possibly be a V3 entry if it does come up. Nice. Yeah. 13 said closing profit, didn't want to risk of fundamentals pointing the other way. Yeah, definitely. And Maddie also confirmed that it was a triple confluence as well. So price broke below this this low over here with the sell signal. So it was a triple confluence. It is risky though. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to wait for another entry to come after on the 5 minute if possible. We might have a triple confluence right here, Maddie, as you guys can see. So I'll just have this marked up right here, just in case it comes up. It is going to be a bit of a wide move. I'm going to have to lower my stop loss. I mean, lower my lot size. But we'll see if it closes. All right. And this is probably going to push down a full TP. Let's see how far. There's just no other liquidity zones in this area, so it's kind of hectic with figuring out how far it's going to push. So I want to see how far is the last 100 pips. Should be right there. There, you catch the last drop of it. It comes down to that point, but I'm not looking to enter right here. It's just too risky. If it gets down back to here to the last little area, it's probably going to push right back, push all the way down through it. But I'm definitely not going to enter at this point. It's too late. You can see prices starting to recover back up. It's just too risky. But yeah, possible entry right here. If this exceeds the 750 pips, then obviously we're going to hold off on it. But we got about 3 minutes left on this candle, so we got a lot of time before it does, close. So see what happens there. But you can see right here on the 1 minute, it's still kind of bouncing around the area as we see it. It's really risky to enter right now. Those huge wicks. You guys can see there's a lot of wicks right here on the top side. So you guys want to be a bit careful. Let me turn on the sessions to make sure there's no sessions around this area. It's turning on right now. All right, so we do have the sessions right here, but it's kind of high. Here we go, as price pushes up. We still got about 3 minutes left on this candle, so it's got a lot of time before it closes. And this is exactly why I wouldn't want to enter this trade, because you can see that price is super indecisive. Price is pushing back and forth because they're opposite right now. Retail sentiment is currently 60% or 59% long. However, fundamentals are super green. They're up 215 points. This is why you want to be careful. There's no bias right now at all. In order for there to be a bias, this has to line up with retail sentiment. It doesn't line up, it's doing the opposite. And looking at the stock index right here. Yeah, Microsoft is still the only one that's really holding it up at the moment. And that's exactly why I wouldn't have entered this. So super risky move here, guys. There's possibly going to be an entry here for the 5 minute. However, it looks like it might be too big. You guys got to keep in mind that the cutoff is 750 pips. So if we get to that point, obviously we're going to have to hold off. But we'll see. I don't know. Price is still bouncing around. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to close at that point, but if it does, obviously hold off on that. And even if we get that, I don't know if I'm going to take it, Maddie, the 5 minute here if it closes, because it's too. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it either. So Nick said he doesn't know how he feels about the 5 minute. It's kind of it just feels a bit risky because I feel like the market hasn't stabilized yet. You can see it's coming right back down right here. Yeah, so I'm going to hold off on that 5 minute, guys. Even if it closes, I'm going to hold off on it because the market is just moving. It's just moving too crazy right now. We'll follow it, but I'm not looking to take it yet. Seems like the volatility is still way too high. Last thing I'm going to do is enter trade. It hits my stop loss and then it shoots up. Yeah, Jean said that wick scares him. So yeah, it's this wick is just too big. So it might just keep dropping. But I mean, who knows? Yeah, thanks, Peter. Peter said news in 20 minutes. Tawanji said 10-minute snipe sell forming. So yeah, let's go to the 10-minute over here. Check the SR zones. Yeah, possible snipe if it drops lower and it has a wick rejection, but currently right now, not just yet, but it could be forming. All right, so nothing off that right there. Here is the 10-minute. the 5 and 4 minute. Oh man, looks like it's gonna hit. No, I'll take it for a little bit right there for like the last little push of it. See, TP is gonna be around this area right here. I don't recommend anyone do this, what I'm doing here, but I'm trying to catch the last push right there, if possible. To make some adjustments, move my TP. I already actually hit TP. Fuck. Or no, I didn't. It's the entry point. Pull this back a little bit. So guys, I don't recommend anyone hop into trades like that. It's just too risky of a move. Move this lower. Below here. Ah, fuck. Spread kicked me out. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone do that, guys. Fuck, I just got spread kicked me out of the trade. Did you get it, Maddie? Oh my God, it's gonna push it back up. The stupid spread kicked me out. I think the spread's pretty wide right now, as you can hear. It kicked me out and I couldn't even adjust it. I'm gonna hold off on this, guys. So yeah, hopefully nobody followed me into that one. I was trying to, yeah, Ken said that MT5 delayed his entry. Yeah, me too. We got to hold off a little bit, guys, because it looks like MT4 is freezing up on some people, even myself. You guys heard my MT4 made that like doom noise because the spread just kicked me right out of the trade. So I'm going to hold off. But yeah, technically this would have been the 5-minute entry right here. And it looks like it's going to hit TP, which is some BS. But whatever, it's okay. So we're still testing the strategy, guys. So this strategy isn't necessarily one that's set in stone yet. It's one that we're still testing. So there's a lot of kinks that need to be worked out. I had to take a loss on that because it looks like a lot of you guys actually made some money off that. If you guys are still in the position, I recommend you guys either move stop loss in profit or close it out in profit. Looks like it's gonna hit TP, but yeah, my stupid MT4 kicked me out. So yeah, guys, if you guys are in the position, I do recommend that you guys move your stop loss in profit, or you guys closed out already in profit, because it's just too risky to hold right now with how MT4 is moving, plus with the spread kind of so wide. So we'll look for the next one. Hopefully all you guys are out in profit already. Let me see what else I'm missing over here. I think that's it. All right, so back to, and you can see the breakout here is still running. This is exactly why I wouldn't want to enter the breakout. If I was in this breakout right now, I'd be stressing out so much because price keeps bouncing back and forth. I do think price is going to push up, so I'm going to delete this so we can start looking for any other entries that are coming up over here. But I do think price is going to continue pushing right back up. But yeah, guys, I don't recommend anyone FOMO into moves like that. That was my bad. I was trying to catch the last move of it, but then my MT4 just kicked me out of the position because the spread was too wide. I think my stop loss was too close. I had it preset at like 300 pips, and it should have been at 400 pips. So, all right, cool. Looks like everyone's out of that position. Everyone kind of pulled out. Everyone made profit off it. Nice. Rick made about 800 off that. Maddie made some profit off it. Let's wait for the next one. So still no official entries that have been taken yet so far. The market is kind of just going back and forth, so there's not really much of opportunity for us to hop into these trades. Let me just update these high lows right here. All right. 630 was right over here. Here is the opening price, which was right here. And there you go, full TP off the off that 5 minute. So Maddie re-entered it again, hit full TP. So as you guys can see, it works pretty nice. It just becomes risky when the spread's too wide. And well, I don't know, my MT4 kind of screwed me over on that one. But yeah, here you go, full TP off that 5 minute. I'm gonna look for the next one. It's unfortunate. I got fucking kicked out. I got kicked out of that trade. I knew I was gonna hit TP. I just got kicked out because of the stupid spread. And that's like the worst noise. I hate that noise in MT4 when it makes that doom noise, because a lot of times either you lose connection or you get stopped out because of a wick or something. Like something happens that you don't anticipate. And then you can see right there, I just hit liquidity. So price hit liquidity right here and it pushed right through. Yeah, you should have held it, Manny, because it pushed right through the liquidity right here. I know you probably didn't notice, but it did hit liquidity. Now it's pushing up even higher. All right. Well, that blows. Stupid entry earlier. I was expecting that too. Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go here and just adjust this, since that's the new. And this dotted line right here is gonna be the opening price. Yeah, it's back to opening price, which is right here. Price is bouncing right off it, which is all right. If this closes right here, or it's not going to close actually, we need a high. So we got nothing here off the 3 minute. Requirements up here for that. So yeah, if you guys see anything, just let me know and I'll move to those charts and we'll take a look. I'll give an update right here for that too, for the just for a lot of you guys here who took it, because you guys obviously want to keep track. But yeah, you can see price shot like way up there. Let's see how it changes the information here. 3, 4, 400 pips. All right, so yeah, if you guys are in the position, hopefully you guys are already out in profit. As long as you guys didn't make the same mistake I did and get kicked out because stop loss was too close. I incorrectly placed a stop loss and obviously I got kicked out, but it hit, went straight to full TP and it's still pushing. So we'll see what happens here. As price pushes up to here, it might establish a high. And if the next candle is red, then price is probably gonna come right back down. So I'll just catch as it comes back down from there. Yeah, here he goes. Price breaks right through all its liquidity. It broke through. So as you guys can see right here, broke through liquidity right here, pushed up to this one, hit liquidity again, pushed up to this one, hit liquidity again, and it's still pushing up. So it might even push up to there somewhere. It doesn't need to push up to there, but it's already overextended. But you guys can see right here, all this liquidity pushed up super heavy right there. Let me see what else I'm missing over here. I think I'm missing something else. I know, Maddie. And that was a big push to the upside. Yeah, Maddie, if you held on to it, it's actually pushed up, yeah, about 2,000 pips. So that had been like 20,000 profit on a 10 lot, which was why I should have freaking had the stupid thing kick me out. It's okay. I'm gonna wait for the next one. So again, right here, guys, possible variation right here. You might have to just round it up because the thing is, the problem with these variations is that you got to be super prepared for these moves here, or you're going to get caught. Rick's asking, do you take him instantly after the momentum signal? Trying to get your question, Rick. The trades aren't taken after momentum signals. Are you asking if it's okay to take it after momentum signal? The only thing is we don't take it when there's a momentum signal on the following candle, but this is fine. If you're looking at this setup right here, this setup is fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. You just don't want it to be on the following candle. So the following candle can't have any momentum there, and it still needs to be a pending momentum for the sell there. Yeah, this one's fine because this will show you, like, this is a hint that price is probably going to reverse, right? Like if you have it where it's you have one that's right next to it, it's probably gonna reverse. But as you can see right here, if this doesn't close red, which it's not going to, it's a new high. So there's not going to be an entry off that, obviously. New high has been pushed up. Yeah, Matt said reference to lower time frame momentum signals for added confluence. Yeah, no, it's definitely good. Definitely good to, and you can see right there, there's a liquidity that I mentioned that's pushing up higher. It's probably going to hit this area or get close to it. And there you go. It hit. So all liquidity points right here hit. As you guys can see, I drew this before the market opened. I mentioned that price was going to come and trigger all of liquidity, which it did. Price came up, hit liquidity here, pushed up to the next level, pushed up further, and then now it's overextended at this point. So, big push to the upside. Looking over at the fundamentals right now, this is currently, for the most part, all green. Microsoft is definitely carrying US 30 on its back right now. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Nothing else here, guys. So yeah, huge push, and it went exactly to where we anticipated. All the liquidity zones that we've marked up. It's nothing new. We've been drawing these liquidity zones for pretty much all year, and it's been hitting on point. That's why I wish I was still in that position earlier. Unfortunately, I got kicked out due to a technicality, which sucks, but it is what it is. Whatever. I'm bounced back from it. The good thing about these 5-minute variation V3s is that they're 1-to-1. So I just need another win to make it right back. It's not a big deal. I'll make it right back on the next trade. Yeah, Nick, I ended up taking a loss because the spread stopped me out. So that's I technically wasn't supposed to lose that trade, but it waked me out because of the spread. Yeah, no, because it spiked down. So as you guys can see right here, you can see how price spiked down right here. My stop loss was way too close. Like when we entered right here, stop loss was supposed to be down here, but my stop loss was only like 20 pips right here, or 200 pips. So the spread plus this, it like definitely stopped me out off that. Yeah, exactly. It gapped right there off that little push. Because I had mine set to the settings from yesterday when I was trading Asia session. So my stop loss was kind of tight. It's supposed to be 400 pips down here, but I had it at 200. So that's why it kicked me out at this point. It's all good. Shit happens, but I'm going to catch the next one. I need at least one more 5 minutes so that I can recover that because it's a 1-to-1. So as long as I use the proper lot sizing, I should be able to make it back, no problem. All right, so let's see. We got 10-minute right here that's pending. There's no snipe available there. Let's put the requirements here for the snipe. So no snipe entry available there. Right here for the daily, possible daily over here. The daily yesterday hit full TP already during the session. Possible daily entry here. I'm not looking to take it though because Biden is going to be speaking today. So you guys need to be careful with these daily entries when we have a lot of news. So just keep in mind that we have new home sales at 7, which is in 5 minutes. We have crude oil inventories at 7:30. Then we have FOMC statement at 11, federal funds rate at 11, and the FOMC press conference at 11:30. Also at 8 o'clock, we have, it doesn't show up on here, but Biden is going to be speaking on behalf of the White House. So you guys want to be very careful with trading today, especially as we get closer to 8. There's news coming up in 5 minutes. So I'm going to hold off on any entries. Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Possible entry right here for version 2. For this, I'm probably gonna hold it a little longer than normal. I think my stop loss, I'm gonna put a little higher too, so there's enough to cover the spread and whatnot. Let's see. Miles said your favorite speaker. Henry, you got to watch the last mentoring session. This is a different strategy. We're trading on the 5 minute here, Henry. So, and it says right here, the requirements for that. You set stop loss at the high low, which is going to be variable. You know, it's going to be depending on where the candle closes. This isn't the 1 minute chart. So Henry, I think you're mixing this up with others with the 1 minute strategy. We're not trading on the 1 minute right now. Yeah, professor's asking, is it okay that it has a wick? Yeah, it's fine that it has a wick as long as it's a red candle. We do have news coming up, so I'm not looking to take this either. So guys, yeah, don't enter the trade right now because we do have news coming up. So we have news coming up at 7. I'll mark it up so we can follow it, but I'm not going to be taking it. So I don't recommend people take it off that. It's we do have news coming shortly. Yeah, exactly, Patricia. That's why I would hold off on it. We'll mark it up though. Market's gonna this candle's gonna close in about 2 minutes, so it still has a lot of time. It looks like the candle might be too big for us to make the entry though. You guys got to keep in mind 750 pips is going to be the cap for this strategy here. The candle is fine right now. If the candle closes below here, so if this exceeds 750 pips, then it's too big. So max stop loss is going to be 750 points, which is 750 pips. Anything below that is fine. All right, so let's see what we got over here. Yeah, nothing off the 3 minute. The 1 minute over here, you guys can see how nice this liquidity hit, right? Price came down, hit liquidity, shot all the way up. Pretty solid. Pretty solid push to the upside, pretty solid analysis overall. So let me just move this over here. But as you guys can see, there's more liquidity to the bottom side now because price is pushed up like that. So there's about 56 seconds left on here. I'm going to follow up, but just a reminder, guys, I'm not going to take it because there is news coming up on open. So as soon as this candle here closes, there's going to be news. I'm going to see how it moves. Maybe I'll catch it for a late entry as it comes back down. So here we go. Candle's going to close in about 30 seconds. Nothing here off the 1 minute. All right, so this candle here is going to close. And I think the news is going to be negative. The only reason I know is because I'm looking to buy a house. So I think it's going to be negative. For new home sales, it looks like it's going to lower. So here we go, as price drops. It already went straight to full TP. So there goes the full TP right there, guys, for that entry. but it's spiking right back up. This is why you guys want to be very careful. It went straight to full TP as soon as it closed. Yeah. Maddie says trying to catch it. LOL is too fast. No, I agree. It was way too fast. So you have to be like waiting for it to close. It doesn't always happen like this where it hits straight to TP, but it did have a manipulated push to the bottom side. But Peter said the news was positive. Nice. Rick got 1,500 profit off that. So nice work, Rick. Yeah, news is actually positive. Yeah. Actually, no, that's right, because it's January. A lot of houses got put on the market. So that is correct. That sounds about right. Unless these are like brand new builds. Brand new builds are, no, these are just single family homes that were sold. So there's actually more that was sold in January. So a lot more houses got put on the market. Generally during the winter, it's kind of slower, but you know, this is the market we're in right now. So we still have the 10-minute daily over here that's currently running. So I'm not in this position, guys. I don't know if anyone's in this position. I'll keep a track of it. This is the one that we did mark up. So it looks like it already hit it hit TP1 right there for 37 pips. So I don't know if anyone's in this position, but it already hit TP1 right there. The one over here hit full TP as well from yesterday. So I'll just set some alerts here because I know some of you guys like taking this daily entry. I do think it's going to be a bit risky, but daily TP2, set 50 pips. Looks like it's probably going to hit. Just take a screenshot of this, send it to you guys here in the group because a lot of you guys are looking to take these trades here. 370 off the daily. It's like some of you guys are in this position right now. If you guys are in the position, I do recommend you move your stop loss in profit if possible, and just write it up. So there we go with that right there. There's a daily entry. I'm still looking for an entry here on the 5. So if it comes back down, then maybe I'll hop into, because we do have a high right here. So we'll see what happens there. Nothing here off the 3-minute, nothing here off the 1-minute. Yeah, not really much to look at this specific moment in time. Market opened right here at 6:30. This is going to be opening price, I believe, right there. Lean chart over here, not really much to look at the moment either. You have high right there has been tested. And we'll see where it goes from here. So everything looks solid. These 5 minutes here are hitting pretty nice. I'm gonna try to catch the next one. Catch the next one as it closes, which will probably see what happens. It looks like TP2 is going to get hit for the daily right here. It's almost at it. All right, so not really much to follow right now. And I might want to change these names because they're just hard to. Actually, no, it's fine. Actually, I can rename it. Let's put 5-minute. Because it's easier to see on here. Which charts what? 3-minute. Here we go. As price comes back down. So this might be an entry off the 5-minute right here. this closes. I mean, who knows? We'll see. All right, still 5 minutes left on that. Snipe, and this would be the daily. All right, so price is coming right back down right here. One thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that just make sure that it's not past 750. 750 is going to be the cap. If it's more than 750, then obviously we're going to hold off on it. It's getting close. Let's see. So as you can see, the market is super volatile right now. It's very volatile. It's moving like 1,000, almost 1,000 pips every couple of candles, which is a lot of movement. Yeah, this candle is a little big. It's like Manny said, it's way too big. Still has 2 minutes in it left on it, so it still has a lot of time to possibly make some movement there. But other than that, I don't really see much to take at the moment. Let's see this right here. It's gonna make some adjustments because price continues to move along. I mean, it would be nice if these high lows would just stay up there or would adjust with the price, but it's all right. I mean, future project. Penny low right there. Yeah, it's way too big. So we're definitely not going to take this here. It's just way too big of a candle. When a candle like this comes up, it usually pulls back a bit before it drops. So probably no 5-minute entry off this. I mean, I wouldn't even want to take a 5-minute entry like this because the drawdown is just, it would be too heavy. Even if we were to lower lot size, it'd still be a lot of risk because it's probably going to pull back a bit. But who knows? If it closes up here, then we do have some space, but who knows? We'll have to, be patient, just wait for this here because it is a lot of mixed signals here. These penning low right here off this. Oops, wrong tool. Yeah, penning low there. I know V2 right here, Jay, because there's a wick on the bottom of that candle. There's a wick under that green one right there. See how this closes. It's got about 40 seconds left on it. Yeah, the wicks on this are too big, guys. So I don't think I'm going to be taking this. I mean, the move is just too big. I would have to like lower my lot size super heavily. I'll take a small lot size to just let it see how it pushes. But it's still a really big push. It's about like, I think I'll take it with the smaller lot size. I'm just curious to see how it pushes. All right, so I'm in it. I mean, it's a 70 pip push. 700 pip push, so it's a bit of a big push. I'm probably gonna have to move my stop loss up. There you go. I'm heavy in profit right now. Profit about 2,000. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where my freaking, oh, there it is. Okay, my TP's got to be right over. Damn, I can't drag my stupid TP. My TP's got to be like right over. I'm trying to match it with this one here. Right there. All right, so I'm moving my stop loss in profit. All right, so my stop loss is in profit. I'm in profit about 2,000 right now. It's dropping lower. So whatever happens, if it hits TP, if you guys are in this position, move your stop loss in profit. I already closed off my risk. And I'm just gonna let it run a full TP. So if it stops me on profit, great. If it goes to full TP, even better. But this is just, being careful. You guys got to take precautions for these trades here. Variation full TP for 700 pips. And it's about to hit my TP. Profit about 3,000 right now. It's getting close to it. It's just kind of hard to match these up because the all right, profit 3,000. My stop loss and profit a little more because yesterday's stupid spread kicked me out. I don't know, we're too close though. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. Still in profit about 1,500. I take it with the 5 lots. I take it with the smaller lot size. And profit 2,000 now. It's still dropping. It's rejecting off this pivot right here, which is kind of annoying. It's like, bro, come on, let's break right through it. It's a little pivot. It's a little weak pivot too. There you go, broke right through it. Profit about 3,000 right now. Yes, full TP. All right, that was a big move. 700 pips right there. Man, this strategy is crazy, man. Oh man, we're gonna make so much money this year. To everybody, Maddie, Patricia, everybody. This strategy is crazy. So I caught the full 700 pips. That's freaking nuts. Like, and this happened in a few minutes. Also, guys, check this out. It hit liquidity right here. So it hit liquidity and it literally dumped from that point. Man, this is crazy. Like, it hit liquidity and it just pushed right through. That's a huge move, guys. Think about that. Caught a full 700 pip move with no drawdown. Literally zero drawdown. That's crazy. Who does that? All right, man. So I'm happy because I pretty much made my profit back from earlier. I lost a stupid trade earlier that I wasn't supposed to lose. Yeah, no drawdown, guys. Like, literally no drawdown. It went straight into profit, and then I just held it, moved my stop loss in profit, and then it went straight down. That's a huge move right there. Oh man, I don't think I've hit one of those ever. Well, not off of variation, obviously, but yeah, that's nuts. So 700 pips off that, guys. Wow. That is pretty nuts. And the cool thing about these 5-minute trades is that they're one-to-one risk reward. So you don't really get very stressed out, because if you lose one trade, like I did earlier on accident, it wasn't even supposed to lose. But if you lose one accidental trade, you make it right back on the next one. Like, it doesn't matter. It's okay to eat losses, because if you eat losses, you're gonna make it right back off the next one. And if you take every entry off this strategy, you're like almost guaranteed to make it right back. It's really simple. So Maddie over here, he caught 3,279 in profit. Nice work, Maddie, off that account. His other account over here locked in 4,520. So great work right there, Maddie, across both your accounts. Going over here real quick. See, Matt over here as well, locked in 3,090. Great work, Matt. That's amazing move right there. You caught the full move. Narith over here locked in 3,980. Great work, Narith. So as you guys can see, a lot of people are posting bigger profits because we have more opportunity to catch these bigger moves. Sisuk over here as well, locked in 1,920. Great work, Sisuk. Stephen over here as well, locked in 386. Great work, Stephen. And right again, right here, he took that 700 pip move. Look at that, 6,780. So we're able to catch these way bigger profits now because we're going for a lot bigger moves. It's it's crazy what we're pulling together here with this strategy. Slava over here locked in about 3,000 euros. Yeah, 3,272 USD. So nice work with Slava. He said more than 3K USD only from that sell. So he took one sell and he locked in 3,000 euros. So, or yeah, about 3,000 euros. So he said back to playing Call of Duty. So, all right, Slava, we'll see you tomorrow. CSIC again right here, locked in 6,300. And I think that's it. Yeah, Jay said, loving the strategy, bro. He locked in a total of, he locked in 10,000 this morning. And then off that one trade that we just took, he locked in 2,710. So Jay's probably up like 12,000 for the day. So amazing work here, guys. I think with this strategy here, it'll be like literally everybody in K2 will pass their FTMO. This doesn't take very much because if you're risking 3% per trade or even 2%, you just need 5 of these trades to pass your FTMO, which is not very difficult because these trades come up so often where you can catch them up pretty much. You can probably pass your FTMO within a day or two. So yeah, guys, amazing work right here. Professor as well, locked in 1,887. Great work, Professor. I'm still looking for entries here, guys. So we're not done trading, but I'm just going over everyone's profits here. Joshua over here locked in 789. Nice work, Joshua. And other than that, I think that's it for right now. See, Dennis said MT4, MT5 are lagging. Yeah, so Dennis over here just sent his profits as well, locked at 6,545. Nice work, Dennis. His MT4 is lagging as well. And he locked in another 10,000 right here off his other account. So great work right there, Dennis. Big congrats to you with those W's. Charles here too, locking a total of 436. Nice work, Charles. Yeah, you guys are all killing it today. Glad to see everyone here doing really well. It's still early in the session. We still got a lot of time. Yeah, Maddie's looking at the 5-minute right now. This wouldn't be an entry off it, obviously, because, or technically, if it closes red, we might get a pushback to the upside. So I'll be looking for that. Other than that, yeah, Maria said still working on her emotions. So, you know, your trade psychology is really what's going to be the big key here, guys. Your trade psychology and being able to hold the trades to full TP. So Maria, even though she has some issues with her trade psychology, she's still up 763. So Maria's doing amazing right there too. So great work right there, Maria. You've locked in some pretty good profit. Scrolling up right here, we have Angela, total profit of 1,000 for the day trading GJ. Nice work, Angela. And then Tiana over here as well. Tiana locked in a total of 5,030. Great work, Tiana. And you're on fire, Tiana. Tiana just rejoined K2 like recently, and she's been on fire, just killing it. All right, guys, so keep going. Let's see what's going to go on from here. There's no entry off the 5, nothing off the 3. This would technically be the daily entry off the 3. So this was in confluence with the entry that we were currently in on the 5. So, I mean, whichever one you took, they both hit full TP. So you would have made a nice profit off this. And you also would have made a nice profit off the variation that we took. So, I mean, it's pretty solid right there. Other than that, let's see. I think that's it for now. I'll go ahead and draw some more liquidity zones. These liquidity zones played out perfectly because we had these drawn up and it actually came and just broke right through them. So I think that was pretty solid. Probably no entry here off the 5 because it's a green candle. It would need to be a red candle in order for it to break through. Yeah, Dennis, you did pretty good over here. Oh, my MC4 just turned off on me. Yeah, it's a bad sign. That my MC4 is making that noise. whenever MT4 makes that noise, it's usually not a good sign because it's like indicating that there's something wrong with the connectivity right here. Yeah, I don't know. Is anyone else having issues with MT4? Looks like Dennis had issues over here. He said his MT4 kept freezing up on him. His MT4 and MT5 were lagging. Not sure if anyone else is having issues. It's weird because the other day I didn't have issues on mine, but other people had issues. So not exactly sure. Rick said I got a kangaroo stuck in my computer. The little boing noise. Other than that, let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, Professor, this strategy was covered in the last mentoring session. I literally thought of it yesterday. We went over it during the mentoring session, and then we started applying it pretty quickly. Yeah, Ken says MT4 is messing up for him. His one click isn't working. Yeah. So some people are having issues with MT4 while other people aren't. Cam said, one thing I've learned from you is always try and find ways to take risk off the table. Has helped me so much. Yeah, definitely, Cam. That's the key, guys. The main key for you guys is to not lose trades, right? I always try to remind you guys almost every time not to lose trades, because if you guys focus on winning, your profits will just keep adding up. The great thing about this strategy right here is that it's 1-to-1. So every time you win, it just keeps stacking. And if you have a loss, it's fine because you'll make it right back on the next trade. I don't think I've seen this trade ever have any back-to-back losses or even any losses in general. We had one loss yesterday, but there was news at that time. So if you guys remembered, I took a trade at like 6 yesterday, which was, which one was it? It was like this one right here. So I took this right here and it lost. However, there was NZD news yesterday. A lot of people don't think NZD news affects US 30. However, it's credit card spending, right? So if it's credit card spending, it's going to affect the credit cards that are located within the US 30. I'm pretty sure people in New Zealand use Visa, right? Visa is one of them. I don't know if they use Amex out there for whoever is from New Zealand or Australia. I don't know if you guys use American Express, but there's credit card companies here that are in the US 30. So, and if you guys followed yesterday, Amex was up super heavily. So even if you guys don't think certain news affects the market, it probably won't affect it directly, but it will affect it indirectly, with regard to the companies that are located within US 30. So always something to keep in mind. Always have an open mind. Some people are quick to say that it doesn't affect it, but in reality, it can probably affect it one way or another. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So Blah confirmed that Visa is used in New Zealand. So good to know, guys. I mean, that's what's kind of cool here about K2 is that a lot of people here are located in different areas. So we kind of have an idea of what's going on around the world. Like, I'm not sure if you guys remembered when the Boeing planes crashed, like in the Pacific. None of us knew because they didn't report it here in the US, but people like in Asia and people in like Australia knew about it because it was on their news, but not on ours, which is pretty useful for us. Let's see. So the daily over here came right back down. So hopefully if you guys were in the daily earlier, you guys moved your stop loss and profit when I reminded you guys to. This is why I didn't take the daily today, guys, because I knew that market was going to be moving kind of crazy. So hopefully if you guys did take it, you guys moved your stop loss and profit when I warned you guys to. But yeah, it's way too risky of a trade. That's why I didn't take it. The market is just moving all over the place. So it's, obviously it's a bit crazy off the day today. Yeah, it actually hit Talanji. So it hit earlier. It's just, so what I would consider, guys, I would consider the 1 minute to be very risky because the volatility is too high. So depending on where your stop loss is, if your stop loss is too close, because usually it's a 300 pip stop loss, you can see that every candle right here is pushing at least more than 300 pips, right? So you have any drawdown and you're going to get stopped out. So I consider the 1 minute very risky. I also consider the 10-minute risky because it's too big of a move. The 5 minutes, it's like that sweet spot right in between. Like you have enough space for the candles to move. However, it's not as big as a 10-minute. It's not as small as a 1 minute. So the 5 minute here is pretty solid in my perspective. Looking at this right here, you can see price starting to come back down. This might set up for another variation B3. But as I mentioned earlier, I might have to be a bit careful with these entries here. I think what I'm going to start doing now, guys, is when I enter these trades, I'm just going to set my DOM to 750 pips, and then I'm going to adjust my TP stop loss when it actually moves, because we don't really have time to set it up unless there's, there's some sort of thing that's allowing price to move slowly, because it just moves too fast. Let's see this over here. Ken said USA just asking US citizens to leave Ukraine. Okay, thanks, Ken. So Ken just gave us a news update. Said that USA has just asked US citizens to leave Ukraine. So with that said, guys, that's going to affect the market. I think the market's going to go down lower if that continues to be the case. I mean, if there's a pending World War III, the market's going to not look so good. It's probably going to drop for a bit. So we'll see. So about an hour ago, it said Biden and Putin's Ukraine crisis gets personal as US tries to deter Russian invasion. And this happened about an hour ago, guys. So you guys want to be careful with the market. This thing might keep dropping. Dejan said not a McPlant burger. McDonald's comes out with something of anything. I mean, they're kind of late to the game. I feel like, Dejan, because I have, and you saw this right here, the McPlant burger. They're like really late to the game because there's Beyond Burgers everywhere already, except McDonald's. They have them at like Carl's Jr. They have them at Burger King. So let's see what we got over here. So yeah, guys, I mean, there's a lot of different news events that are going along. We also have high impact news coming up today too, guys. We have crude oil inventories at 7:30. So no entries for me right now because we have this news coming out. And then we have Biden speaking at 8. So a lot of stuff going on in the market, causing it to be a bit, a bit careful. Let's see. Yeah, Maddie said he might be done for the day, which is smart because the market is moving kind of crazy right now. So it might be a better decision to sit out than to, take risky moves here. But I mean, who knows? We'll see. Yeah, smart move, Professor. So Professor is doing exactly what I'm doing. So he's setting his stop loss and TP and adjusts it as the trade evolves, which is a smart idea because it's kind of hard for us to determine. Talanji said, damn it, I was hoping this was a reversal to an all-time high. I don't think an all-time high is going to get hit anytime soon, Talanji, because, so let's go to the 1 hour chart. Or the daily chart, actually. The all-time high is actually really high. Price is way below it. So I don't think it's going to hit the all-time high just yet. Especially with all this war talk going on. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's just, there's a lot of moving factors going on in the world right now. Rick said all-time high will hit March of 2025. That's funny. Or it might hit again in December, like it does every year, right? Every year, December, the market just goes crazy up. Here he goes, this big drop continues to drop lower. Oh, I didn't even notice this, guys. So check this out. See the liquidity here? When the liquidity got hit right here, it dumped to this level. Man, these liquidity zones are crazy how they hit perfectly. It hit again right here off this candle, and then it broke right through. So huge liquidity pushes right there across the board, guys. I mean, the market is playing exactly how we were anticipating. All these liquidity zones that we're drawing here are just getting triggered, and it's just dropping all the way down. So I'm gonna clear that up. No more liquidity around that area. So as you guys can see, if you tie in all the tools that you have here at K2, these liquidity zones, these variation entries, like you have a lot of opportunity to take a lot of trades that a lot of people don't see. Because the thing is, you need the high-low indicator to take this. I see a lot of people try to mimic this high-low indicator and then they fail miserably. So, I mean, you guys are free to try to make something or use something similar to this high-low indicator. But I've seen a lot of people try to do it on their own without the high-low indicator, and it doesn't work well at all because there's other areas here where you might think is a low. Like, for example, some people might think this is a low right here, or this is a high, right? But if you try on the indicator, there's actually no high right there. So we'll just my word of advice, if you guys try to use something else or try to mimic it, it's kind of hard to mimic. I can't mimic it myself. Like for me personally, these high lows, my high lows weren't even lining up. Like the high lows that I was drawing on my own weren't lining up perfectly with these. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see what happens here. If this closes green, then this might be another variation version 3. But at the moment, it just doesn't look like there's anything there. Nothing off that, nothing off the 1 minute, just keeps dropping lower and lower. Here, let me scroll up real quick, see what else I'm missing. Deshaun said, gotta start investing in war bonds, LMFAO. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. War is likely imminent if this is becoming issues. Yeah, Biden and Putin's Ukraine crisis. So U.S. has sent a clearest message yet that Russia, the key personnel, economic sectors, as well as leader Vladimir Putin could face the severest sanctions it has ever faced due to, this war that is likely to probably, when's the last time we had a war? If you guys think about it, like the wars come every X amount of years, right? So, I mean, I hate to say it, but, there might be a war. It might, I mean, who knows? I don't keep track of that stuff, but I mean, it's been a while. So, it's typical US sticking their heads in every country's problems. But whatever, I mean, we'll see what happens here. If that becomes the case, expect US 30 to keep dropping. And either way, I'm going to keep trading. So if there's a war going on, I'll keep trading. If there's no war going on, then I'm going to keep trading. So it doesn't make a difference for us here. Because the thing is, we're trading in both ways. So Charles, they got to break a leg to avoid the draft, right? Yeah, Deshaun said, as long as I don't get drafted, I'm good. Yeah, Nick said, yeah, this whole Ukraine thing is getting nuts. Yeah, I was watching the news yesterday and they started to mobilize troops. Well, I guess like Biden actually ordered troops to be mobilized towards the border. Essa said, IG Sean, really need a lot of the team players to call all the strategies. And we still need to start the start of the year, a few months, there'll be a dozen more. Exactly, Essa. It's got to be a bit, just got to be really disciplined with these entries here. So like, for example, like I skipped 10 minutes. I knew this was probably not going to work out. I was skipping the snipes over here because this is too risky as well. 5 minutes is a sweet spot right now. As you guys, as we discussed before, guys, the market is not always going to give you what you're looking for. So what you have to do is you have to be able to adapt to the market. So usually we trade on the 1 minute, however, volatility is too high. So we move from the 1 minute to the 5 minute, which is a sweet spot right now. When the market slows down again, we'll go back to the 1 minute. We can go back between the 5 and the 1 minute. The thing with us at K2 is we never stay stagnant, right? When the market changes, we change with it. And that's why we continue to win, in whatever strategy we apply. We just use the same strategy, just on a different time frame, where we make small, subtle changes to identify what needs to be done to adapt with the conditions. So yeah, because a lot of people always ask me if, the strategies still work fine in like other conditions. They work perfectly fine. It's just you have to change the either the time frame or change your TP stop loss, because it's kind of impossible to trade on the 1 minute with such a small stop loss and not accidentally get triggered. But yeah, other than that, let's see. Yeah, Solange said a lot of ways to make money, but easy to get analysis paralysis. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, Essa said human nature is to adjust, as always. Yeah, I agree with you, definitely. Solange said, yeah, there's so much to look for now. I think for the most part, we're probably not going to look. So I'm probably going to not look at the 10 minute as much. I'll be looking mostly at the 5 minute and probably the 1 minute. I might not even look at the 3 minute as much anymore either. So probably 1 minute and 5 minute will be the main time frames that I will be focusing on, especially because the conditions right now allow for us to take these trades off the 5 minute. Nice. Yeah. Isaac said, I changed stop loss to 400 for the day. All wins. Thanks for the tweak. Yeah. Me and Isaac talked about that yesterday. Isaac, like, actually, he accidentally got stopped out a couple of times yesterday, twice, I believe, because his stop loss was too close. He's adjusted it just slightly to handle the spikes in price, and he's able to, bounce back from those pretty easily, which is always a good thing. Yeah, exactly. Brock said, yeah, change it while it changes. Otherwise, we'll be busy donating to the brokers. Definitely. So yeah, we do have a pending V3. If this closes as a green candle, then we'll have an entry here. Let's leave it at 75 for now. If it breaks below here, we're not going to have an entry because this is going to be a new low. Looking at the 3 minute over here, there's no entry here off the 3 minute right now. Jay, I don't see anything here on the 3 minute currently. Kind of disappeared, but I don't see anything over here. I think the main one that we'll have right now that's possibly going to come up and be available will probably be the 5 minute. I think that's the only one that's really available. Price is dropping lower though, so I don't think it's going to be available anymore. Yeah, price broke below, so no entry off that. It's now a bit lower. Yeah, Matthew said broke another 5 minutes to wait. Yeah, so no entry off the 5 minute. Like I was mentioning before, guys, it's all going to be about patience, just waiting for these entries to come up, because these are like it almost guaranteed wins, these 5 minutes. It's crazy how accurate they are. Nothing here off the 3 minute, nothing here off the 1 minute. It's just a waiting. Jeremy said V1 on the 1 minute. So no V1 there because this wick over here didn't reject off the same low. The following candle is slightly above it. It's close to it, but not exactly a double wick rejection off that low right there. So no V1 off that. But yeah, very close. Very close. It's not close enough. Let's see what we got over here. And you guys just, everyone just remember, don't take any shortcuts, right? You guys have to wait for these to actually close and to provide entries for us here, because there's just nothing available at the moment. Nothing off that, nothing off the 1 minute, nothing off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5 minute either. Fahad said, if anything, I think it might bounce off the Asia and or London high before going up. Very close. Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see. Randy said for the 5 minute version 3, so you're not using the pivots nor trend meter. You had mentioned last night about these for the loss. So yeah, so they're not part of the requirements over here, Randy. I noticed, this is what I put. I said a couple things to note. These are just things that we noticed, like things that could have been avoided or identified. I think the main reason for this spike to the upside was the news, right? Because the thing is, you're going to see some entries here where price is doing the opposite of what we identified, and it still works perfectly fine. These are just things to note, but they're not required as any of the requirements here. Like, for example, I think like this one right here, right? This buy that we took earlier, this was rejecting off the pivots too in the opposite direction. So if we use that to scare us into not taking the trade, we would have skipped it. But I don't think it's anything that we need now. We just got to test this more and more. And as we continue on with the testing, we're going to document all of the losses. And if we have any losses that could have been avoided, we'll see what what could have been done differently. So here we go with this possible low right here. So with this said, if this closes as a green candle, this would be entry off the 5 minute Price just broke the low over here off the 1 minute as well. So we're going to keep dropping this lower. There. And one thing that a lot of people have been noticing too is that the same strategy that we use here on the 5 minute, it works on pretty much all the other time frames. However, I do find it to be a bit more risky, so I don't recommend it. But it is used by others. So it's just FYI if you guys are wondering. It's something that you guys would have to test on your own because I haven't tested it. I'm just going to focus on the 5 minute myself. It's just a lot less stressful, and it's a lot easier to apply. So yeah, like for example, I don't know if I can find one over here. For example, like this one right here, or I don't know if this would have even hit. No, this one wouldn't even hit. This is why I don't like using it on the shorter time frames, because it's just there's just a lot of noise on the shorter time frames. I prefer to just stick on the 5. All right, Jeremy, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, exactly, Professor. Professor said great thing about taking potential losses is the one-to-one risk reward, so we can recover losses more quickly. Yeah, so if a loss ever happens, like for me, I'd rather, like if I have a loss on the 5 minute, it doesn't really bother me too much versus taking a loss on the 3 minute or the 1 minute, because this is a 1 to 2 risk reward and this is a 1 to 3, or this is a 2 to 1 and this is a 3 to 1. So it's a lot riskier on the shorter time frames. But for the 5 minute, I'm okay with taking the bigger risk off this, because you know, odds are I can make it right back off the next trade. Let's see, Solange, you said a V2 entry off the 1 minute, I'm assuming. I don't see a V2 right here, Solange. There's a wick on the bottom right here, so unfortunately no V2 off this one right here. Not sure if that's one you're referring to, but there's a small wick on the bottom. I know it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but there is a wick right there, so no entry off that. Let's see, Professor said I stopped taking the 1 minute because the split second entries could be the difference between TP stop loss. Yeah, definitely, Professor. You have to be very quick on the 1 minute. So, and the thing is, the market is too volatile right now, so if you're not quick enough, you know, odds of you getting stuck in those positions are very likely. Let me refresh this real quick, guys. One thing you want to keep in mind is Biden is speaking at 8. It's 7:42 right now. So Biden is speaking really in a few minutes, which obviously you guys want to be very, very careful trading during the time Biden speaks, especially if you're taking buys, because I mean, Biden has a way of sending price all the way to hell, right? Literally dropping price straight to new lows. But here, let me see if I can find it here. Biden live. So Biden is going to be talking about the war, guys. So you guys want to be very careful. He's holding what to look for in Biden's national security strategy. What he said when he called. There's a lot of funny videos of Biden. Like it's you guys saw the video that was posted in the group yesterday where he said that thing about inflation. If you guys search up anything about Biden, like I wonder what he said here. He said what Biden said when he called Peter Dookie. All right, whatever. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, guys. So no entry off this. You can see it's a red candle. It needs to be a green candle for it to have an entry. So there's no entry off the 5 minute. It's 7:45 right now, so there's not really much for us to take at the moment. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. I can answer whatever questions you guys have now. It's getting close to 8, so I don't think I'm going to be taking any more trades. Biden is going to be speaking shortly, and I don't want to risk it. Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of news today. Patricia said too much news and all God for today. Yeah, definitely. Ken's out. SS is out as well. Solange said, never thought I'd say this, but bring Trump back. Miles said, looks like his hair is warring with his head. It's definitely. Ken said, I felt like we won all of our 5 variations, just MT5. Yeah, no, exactly. I would have won that first one, but stop loss was too close and the spread kind of whipped me out with that dump, but then it shot right back up. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'll just take that as the price of trading with shitty platforms, but it's all good. Not really a big deal. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. It's 7:45 right now, so I'm still going to be on for like maybe another 15 minutes or so, but I'm not looking to take any trades because Biden is going to be speaking shortly. Prices around the sessions right here. Price might bounce off or it might not. Who knows? Yeah, other than that, I think that's it for now. There's not really much here on the 5 minute. There's nothing here on the 3 minute. Nothing here off the 1 minute either. This is not going to be a V2 because there's a wick on the bottom of that, even if it is close. Yeah, no, I think that's it for now. So let's see. Yeah, I'll hang around for a bit, guys, for like another couple minutes. If you guys have questions, you know, drop your questions. But yeah, not really much right here. Maddie said 3 version 2 if anyone wants to take it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to take that. Peter said Biden's war talk is going to push US 30s to 33,000. Possibly, right? I don't know. Biden might slip and say something that he's not supposed to say again. And that'll cause it to drop as well. Let's check CNBC real quick if there's anything here that we're missing. Yeah, so the Fed's going to be speaking shortly as well. Said Fed is likely to signal a March interest rate hike and that further policy tightening is coming, which is trash. You know, more policy tightening is not good for the market. Also, with increased rates, it's just, yeah, we'll see. Anyways, let me see if there's anything else. I know, Maddie, right? That would have been crazy. So Maddie was talking about this V3 sell over here. Which one, Maddie? Pretty sure you're talking about that one of these over here, right? Just trying to see where the V3 sell is at, Matt. Oh, this one right here, right? Yeah, so man, imagine if you guys caught this. Maddie's just saying, like, if you caught this V3 sell and so this is like one thing that's like useful. I've been using it on the 5 minute too. You can draw liquidity zones right there. So this V3 sell here, it just dropped crazy. So like there's like some things that you guys can do to hold the trade longer than normal. So as you guys can see, there's a ton of liquidity right here. And Maddie was like, yeah, man, imagine if you held this V3 sell. I mean, this V3 sell, like literally, there's so much liquidity right here where you probably could have held it all the way to the bottom. So like, for example, normally for this entry here, you would go to stop loss. It should be, or your swing right there. It'd be about 52 pips, right? But you can basically catch this drop like pretty heavily down, maybe not all the way to the bottom, but maybe even right here, right? And you just catch that big dump to the bottom right there. So yeah, obviously, you know, I probably wouldn't ride it all the way down here. I would probably ride it to this point because you can see where the liquidity is sitting, right? So if you go back over here real quick, just replay it. Because this is just too big of a move. You can see how big this gap is right here. I probably wouldn't ride it for this far. It's too far of a drop. It's about 1,700 pips. But this right here, you can see the liquidity right here. You see the liquidity right here. And obviously the liquidity right here. So if you're just trying to cash this liquidity push, that's about 1,700 pips. And it goes straight back down to that area there. And it lines up perfectly with the liquidity zones. So yeah, no, pretty solid. Let's see, other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Talanji said, I thought V3 needed no wick like V2. No, so no need for any wick for V3, guys. The requirements are right here, Talanji, for this. You're just looking for an opposite candle. So if you, like, for example, right here, you have a green high, you're looking for an opposite candle. It doesn't have to be any wick, any type of candle. It just needs to be opposite. It's like a reversal pattern. Some people are asking whether it needs to be engulfing. It doesn't need to be engulfing. It can be any size, just the opposite color. Here, let's see. Kim said, has anyone ever noticed if there is a difference in the way that trades execute between web version of MT4 and computer app? Personally, I don't know. I think it's the same. I used the computer app a long time ago before I got the computer one, and it was working fine. So I don't think there's much of a difference, but I mean, obviously the computer app, the web app is going to be slower than the computer if it's not native. So that might be the case, but other than that, I don't really see it. Oh yeah, so Joshua said DOM isn't on the computer web app. So that's one of the main things too, Kim. The DOM is not on the computer app, so you can't use that tool that we've been using. So yeah, other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I think there's other profits here to show. Dell locked in a total of 2,029 for the day. Nice work, Dell. Jeremy over here locked in a total of 7,162. Great work, Jeremy. Isaac over here said, hey, Sean, increase my stop loss of 100 like you advised yesterday. Worked all wins today. So yeah, Isaac over here locked in 4,660 off this account. Nice work, Isaac. His other account, he locked in 18,000. Wow, it's a big profit there. 18,760. Nice work, Isaac. Patricia over here locked in a total of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000, about 7,000 right here. So great work right there, Patricia. Really nice work right there. Albert over here as well, locked in 2008. So great work right there too, Albert. Jeff over here too, locked in a nice 950. Great work, Jeff. And then Slava over here locked in. So Slava didn't really leave. He said he was going to leave, but he came back, locked in about almost 5,000 USD. So amazing work right there, Slava. Patrick over here too. Yeah, no, definitely. Slava said, thanks for the live session. 111, see you tomorrow. Definitely. So we'll see you tomorrow. Patrick over here as well, locked in 1,575. Nice work, Patrick. His second account locked in 3,186. Big wins right there, all around. Definitely, Slav. We'll see you tomorrow with that. I think that's it for now. Yeah, Dennis over here too, locked in a total of 13,000 for the day. He said his MT4 is still lagging on all devices, but he did pretty good off that. Yeah, so definitely great work right there, Dennis. Glad to see you back here in the group, or not even in the group, just, you know, seeing you here on Telegram. Yeah, great work right there, Patricia. Anything else here? Let me see if I'm missing anything. I want to make sure I'm not missing any other profits or questions. Let's see, Eric's asking a question right here. Eric said, hi question, does this, I don't even know what you're looking at right here. Eric, you need the, so this is what I was talking about earlier, guys. People here try to apply the strategy without the K2 indicators. This is definitely not an entry right here off that. So let me go see if I can find that. January 26 at 6:05. I'm pretty sure it wasn't an entry because we would have saw it on here. So this is what I was referring to earlier, guys. You guys should definitely not try to apply these strategies here off different indicators. Like people try to mimic the K2 indicators, but you can't mimic it because I created these indicators. So, and you know, if anyone tries to mimic it, it's usually not going to be proper. So let me see. I don't even know where that one is. 6:05. 605. Yeah, honestly, I can't even find it on here. 605 is right here on my time. But yeah, all right, guys. So I think that's it for this session right here. If you guys have any other questions, I think that's it for now. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email or message me. And I can give you guys any updates to your questions. Otherwise, I think that's it for the day. If you guys decide to continue trading, I'd be really careful because Biden's going to be speaking soon. It's 7:55 right now. So I wouldn't look to trade. I'd probably just sit out the market. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. And if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow as we wrap up. Or no, we're not gonna wrap it up actually. Tomorrow's Wednesday or tomorrow's Thursday. We still have a couple of days. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday's trading session, and then we'll pick it back up then. So other than that, guys, see you guys tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys in the Telegram.